guys, Sean Hammond with PremierGuitar.com. We are at Winter NAMM 2016 in Anaheim. We've got Andy Powers from Taylor. Andy, good to see you.
Hey, great to be seen. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, you guys have a bunch of changes in the whole line, but the things we want to hit as high points are these two new 12-strings.
Yeah, 12-string guitars were one of Taylor's first big hits, if you will. Back in the late 70s, it's where we had first made our mark, which was a 12-string acoustic guitar that had low, comfortable action and an easy playing neck. And so we wanted to kind of reassert that importance in our line. And we had some ideas of things that we wanted to try. So this is one of those guitars. This is an 858E, so it's a Grand Orchestra, our biggest body shape, which originally, when it was designed, wasn't meant for a 12-string guitar. It was a 6-string, almost like a finger-style player's jumbo, if you will. And so we had an idea of how we wanted to adapt it into a 12-string guitar for that powerful, thick wall of sound, sort of a player.
So what sorts of changes did you have to make in terms of bracing and stuff?
The internal architecture is completely different than the original Grand Orchestra. It's a similar line of thought, but in a more a stronger way to account for the extra string tension that still gives a real dynamic responding guitar. It has a lot of volume, a lot of projection, and a real thick power to it.
So tell us about the woods a little bit.
This one is an 800 series guitar, so it's Sitka spruce on the top, East Indian rosewood on the back and sides, all put together with hot hide glue, ultra thin finish. Everything's really optimized to make this guitar everything that it could be.
Do you mind flipping it around so we can take a look? It's really beautiful.
Yeah, this is real pretty. I mean, we have this real spectacularly white Canadian maple that we're using for the binding, just real clean, premium East Indian rosewood. It's one of the classic guitar pairings with the Sitka and East Indian rosewood. Makes a real dynamic instrument.
Now, was that a mahogany neck? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. It's Honduras mahogany for the neck, and then the fingerboard, the headstock, the bridge, those are all ebony from our sustainable ebony operation in Cameroon.
Now, can we hear it a little bit more before we take a look at the other 12-string? One thing that strikes me as I listen is, Taylor guitars are known for a lot of things, great playability, really nice looks, and also being very articulate. But this one, it already sounds very warm and almost like it's an old guitar, in a really good way, I don't know how to describe it more than that. It's not plinky and super bright. It feels like a kind of a worn-in guitar.
Yeah, I like a powerful sounding instrument, but I want one that's approachable, that's dynamic and reflects kind of the uniqueness of the player. Now that, to me, that's a mark of a great instrument, is when a person picks it up and they play it, they instantly sound like them. Now, a good guitar should do that. So I'm looking for guitars that have a certain warmth that still retain their clarity.
Well, let's take a look at the other 12-string.
As a counterpoint to that big guitar, I wanted to do a guitar that's kind of polar opposite. This is a 12-string based around our smallest body shape, a Grand Concert. Not only that, it has a 12-fret neck. So this guitar is a real approachable, easy-playing 12-string. What's interesting about it is by using a smaller body, there's some neat sonic attributes where it emphasizes the chiminess and the articulation. It ends up being a real powerful guitar. Has a huge amount of volume and a really good projection, but in a distinctly unique way.
And it looks like it's all mahogany, is that right?
Yeah, this particular one is all mahogany. It's part of our newly redesigned 500 series guitars, which again, all new internal architecture, a lot of optimization going on to maximize what those guitars can bring to the player.
Do you want to highlight any other features of it before you play it for us?
Yeah, this one, it has somewhat of a sort of an older styling with on-edge grained ivoroid and tortoiseshell binding, real detailed ivoroid inlays. Again, ebony bridge, ebony fingerboard. We're building this particular model both with as an all mahogany guitar, so with a mahogany top, and also with a cedar top. So it's, in a way, this guitar is almost like, it's like the 12-string guitar for a 6-string player. It's super approachable, real easy to get around on.
Does that mean it has a different neck profile from the other one?
It does. Aside from being the shorter neck, it has a little different scale length. It's a 24 and 7/8 string length. So there's a little more give in the strings. It's a little slinkier. And having the string length shifted down lower on the body articulates the guitar in an entirely different way. So it's a lot warmer, a lot more powerful than you might be accustomed to with a small body guitar.
Let's hear it. Very nice. Now, do you have price points on this and the other 12-string set yet?
I believe this guitar, the suggested retail price is about $3,400, but depending on where in the world a player is today.
What options?
Yeah.
Okay. And how about the first one we took a look at?
That's an 800 series guitar, so it'll be priced similar to the other 800s like you'd see in 818.
Okay. Now, you were talking earlier about some kind of subtle changes across the entire line. Did you want to highlight any of those?
Yeah. As Taylor Guitars, we're committed to making everything that we build better. We want it to be better for the player, better for the forest, better for the people who are building the guitars. All of these things, everything we touch, we want it to be continuously refined and improve that to expand the musical experience. And so sprinkled throughout the entire line from the 300s, the 500s, you're seeing Blackwood on the 300 series guitars, which is one of my all-time favorite tone woods. You're seeing a completely redesigned 500 series guitars and other subtle tweaks to maximize what every one of those instruments could be. Because when we look back at our own heritage, we think all we've done, what our real strength is improve the musical experience for our players. And as we look towards our future, that's what we want to commit ourselves to, which is bringing the best guitar and offering those to the players.
Well, clearly that philosophy has paid off. I mean, obviously everyone knows Taylors are amazing, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to get a chance to play these two or check out some of the other models we were talking about earlier, the 500 series. So do you want to tell people where to go online to find out information on dealers and pricing and all that?
Yeah, you can check us out at taylorguitars.com. And as always, go to Premier Guitar.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Sean Hammond for PremierGuitar.com.